WrestleMania, the grandest stage of them all. For over 40 years, it's been WWE's crown jewel, where icons are made, legacies are sealed, and history is written in front of packed stadiums. But what if I told you the future of WrestleMania might not be in New York or LA, or even Philadelphia, but thousands of miles away, in the heart of the desert, in the land of oil, opulence, and ambition? What if it's heading to Saudi Arabia? This isn't fantasy booking. This is the result of billion-dollar deals, global expansion, and the most aggressive sportswashing campaign professional wrestling has ever seen. Saudi Arabia has already made its mark in soccer, boxing, F1, and golf, using sports to polish its global image and pivot their economy away from oil. All part of a bigger plan, known as Vision 2030. Now, with WWE firmly in its grasp, the kingdom has its eyes on the biggest prize of them all. This is the story of how Saudi Arabia is rewriting WrestleMania's future, and maybe WWE's entire identity. Let's rewind. In 2018, WWE struck a 10-year deal with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia reportedly worth $1 billion. This wasn't just another international tour. It was the beginning of a strategic partnership between WWE and Saudi Vision 2030, a government initiative designed to improve the country's global image through sports and entertainment. The result? Crown Jewel, Super ShowDown, and Greatest Royal Rumble. Massive events with stacked cards, legends returning from retirement, and over-the-top production that rivaled even WrestleMania itself. And make no mistake, these weren't your average PPVs. These events brought back names thought long retired. We saw Shawn Michaels break his retirement oath to team with Triple H against The Undertaker and Kane. We saw Goldberg take on The Undertaker in a dream match 2 decades in the making. Even if the execution fell flat, the hype was undeniable. Brock Lesnar showed up. Roman Reigns defended his titles. Even local Saudi talent got to step into the spotlight as part of the kingdom's initiative to grow homegrown stars. Everything was bigger. The stages were grander. The pyro was louder. The cards were stacked with legends, celebrities, and fantasy-booked matches that once seemed impossible. Because when Saudi money is involved, the usual rules don't apply. Contracts become suggestions, retirements become optional, and fantasy booking becomes reality. What started as 2 special events per year quickly evolved into something much bigger. In 2023 and 2024, Saudi Arabia didn't just host shows, they hosted meaningful storylines, title changes, WrestleMania-caliber matches. For the first time ever, a Saudi crowd witnessed the undisputed WWE Championship change hands when Roman Reigns defeated LA Knight at Crown Jewel. This wasn't filler anymore. This was canon. Then came the rumors. WWE was reportedly considering moving even bigger events to Saudi Arabia. SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, and yes, even WrestleMania. Nick Khan himself said WWE was open to international WrestleManias, and with Saudi Arabia already building mega stadiums, offering enormous hosting fees, and promising full creative freedom, they suddenly became the most attractive option. Fast forward to WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas. For some, it was a spectacle. For others, maybe not so much. But backstage, there were whispers. Whispers that Saudi Arabia had made a formal pitch for WrestleMania 43, and that they were ready to offer double the money WWE would make from hosting in a US city, not for a spin-off. Not Crown Jewel, not Super ShowDown. They want WrestleMania, the name, the legacy, the entire aura, in Riyadh, on their terms. And let's be honest, who's really going to stop them, especially in the post-Vince McMahon era with TKO Group Holdings at the helm, a publicly traded company driven by one thing: pure profit. Just look at WrestleMania 41 itself. It didn't just feel like a wrestling show, it felt like sponsor mania. From Prime Hydration corner posts to every other segment backed by some brand, even Dude Wipes had a place at ringside. Nothing was too off-brand if the check cleared. The ring was a billboard, and every pop-up ad had a price tag. So when Saudi Arabia comes knocking with an offer WWE can't refuse? Yeah, don't be shocked if the showcase of the Immortals ends up under the Riyadh skyline instead of the Hollywood sign. Now, let's be fair. There are pros. Saudi shows are huge for business. They attract celebrities, they sell out arenas, they look amazing on TV. And for WWE superstars, they mean massive payouts. For many, a single Saudi appearance pays more than months of touring. And from a business standpoint, WWE is now under TKO Group Holdings, the same parent company that owns UFC. TKO is a business-first machine. So if one side brings nostalgia and heritage, and the other brings a blank check, loyalty to tradition suddenly matters a lot less. But it's not that simple. Saudi Arabia isn't just doing it to transform their economy. No, it goes much deeper than that. It's about buying the influence, the soft power, and sports is a big centerpiece to it. From Formula One to Ronaldo to Live Golf, Saudi Arabia is buying influence left, right, and center. They don't just want to participate, they want to dominate, but it goes even beyond that. See, Saudi Arabia still faces global scrutiny for its human rights record. From the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi to laws limiting freedom of expression, many see WWE's partnership with Saudi Arabia as a form of sportswashing, using entertainment to clean up a controversial image. Every time WWE travels to Riyadh, it trends on social media, and not always in a good way. Women's matches were banned in early shows. LGBTQ+ rights are non-existent. Sami Zayn and others refused to attend events in the past due to political or ethical reasons. So if WrestleMania moves to Saudi Arabia, what happens to WWE's brand identity? Can the showcase of the Immortals thrive in a place where freedom is limited? Will fans even watch? Well, only time will tell that. But one thing is certain, the storylines will be epic. It's no secret Saudi shows have unique booking patterns. Older stars are prioritized. Surprise legends show up out of nowhere. Matches feel like fantasy drafts from 2005. When Saudi Arabia eventually hosts WrestleMania, and yes, we believe it's a when, not an if, expect it to be a spectacle built on legacy, nostalgia, and headline-making moments. We're talking about John Cena versus The Rock, if Cena's villainous reign stretches that far. We're talking about Roman Reigns possibly wrestling his final match under the desert lights, bringing his legendary run full circle. And don't be surprised if the night doubles as Randy Orton's official retirement, a fitting send-off for a future Hall of Famer in a stadium that spares no expense. Because in Saudi Arabia, the money is endless. The moments are massive, and the past, present, and future all collide in the grandest way possible. That changes what WrestleMania becomes. Less about crowning new stars and more about honoring old ones. But if WrestleMania becomes a showcase for legends instead of future stars, what happens to WWE's long-term storytelling? Well, I think WWE is already preparing for that. A massive turning point is underway. In 2026, the Royal Rumble will be held in Riyadh, the first time this historic event leaves North America, and I think it's a test balloon. A test of infrastructure, a test of fan engagement, and a stepping stone leading us all into a WrestleMania at Riyadh. So here's the endgame. Saudi Arabia is preparing a bid for WrestleMania right around 2028 to 2030. That's not just speculation, it's woven into the fabric of their Vision 2030 initiative, a national transformation plan that's turning oil money into soft power through sport and entertainment, an effort that will make Saudi Arabia a world tourism hub. They've already checked off most of the global event wish list. Formula One, hosting it annually in Jeddah. Heavyweight boxing, Fury vs. Ngannou happened in Riyadh. UFC, official partnership signed. WrestleMania, that's the crown jewel they haven't claimed yet, but it's coming. Picture it, a gleaming futuristic stadium in Riyadh, purpose-built for spectacle. Pyro and lasers slicing through the desert sky. Global megastars sharing the ring with Saudi-backed influencers. A card tailored to the kingdom's tastes. Maybe John Cena's final match. Maybe Randy Orton's retirement. Maybe even Roman Reigns walking into the sunset one last time. This wouldn't just be another WWE show, it would be a full-blown cultural event engineered to showcase the new Saudi Arabia to the world. A PR triumph, a tourism magnet, and most importantly to WWE's new overlords at TKO, a business move too lucrative to pass up. Vince McMahon may be gone, but the billion-dollar handshake he made in 2018, it's alive, thriving, and marching straight toward WrestleMania. So here's the big question. Is WrestleMania still the people's event? Or is it becoming a billionaire's playground? WWE used to be about moments created by the fans, for the fans. But in this new era of corporate ownership and global expansion, moments have a price tag. Saudi Arabia has the money. WWE has the platform. And together, they may shape the biggest event in wrestling into something entirely new, for better or for worse. Let us know what you think in the comments. Should WWE move WrestleMania overseas? Is this just smart business or a betrayal of the fans? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives like this. Only here on Smackverse.